What's up, it's your boy, I Know Mercy, the Mad Hatter, and... well, we all knew it was gonna happen eventually. He was super old, but it was still surprising to hear. But at tender age of 95 years old, Stan Lee has officially died. Like I said, it's not that surprising. He's been having health issues for a while now, so it might have been one of those, it's better that it's finally over type of situations. But yeah, it still hurts. It's one of those. I don't even know what to say about this, because Stan Lee is someone that even non-comic fans know, and will probably even be sad that he's gone. But for the people who've stuck with Marvel for years, for a long time, I honestly don't really know what to say. It's just, I feel like I needed to do something for Stan Lee, because this man has given all of us so much, just produced so many amazing characters. Spider-Man, obviously, who's my favorite. Spider-Man's always been my favorite superhero, but there's always also Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, just so many different amazing characters who have shaped, just completely rewritten how we tell stories nowadays. So many different lessons and morals and ideas brought forth. And all of this just came from one little Jewish dude making fucking comic books. Just, there will never be another Stan Lee for as long as any of us live. He was one of those once in a lifetime souls that have touched so many people throughout his life. People he's never met, people who have never met him. But it's like he was our version of Shakespeare in a weird way. I honestly don't think I could compare Stan Lee to Shakespeare, but this is a man who will never be forgotten. For as long as Marvel Comics exists, for as long as Spider-Man, Captain America, even though he didn't actually create Captain America, but as long as these characters exist and stories are being told about them and their ideals and everything that they are continue to exist, Stan Lee will always be in the world. Like he is. I know people will hesitate to say that he's a literary genius, because let's be honest, some of his early work it's a little rough. It's kind of goofy. It's really corny. It doesn't really hold up to modern standards, but a lot of his stuff is amazing. It's the way he tells stories, the way he creates characters, the way he creates worlds. It's amazing. There are people who would pray to have a fifth of the imagination that Stan Lee does. It's really remarkable. It's inspiring. He's inspired so many writers and artists and creators in general to do their own thing, to create their own world, to create their own characters. there wouldn't be. Well, I'm sure there'd be a Marvel. There'd be Marvel Comics, but it wouldn't be the juggernaut that it is today without Stan Lee. And I can't remember exactly the first time I ever saw or knew about the existence of Stan Lee. I think it was in Spider-Man the Animated Series, the last episode, where Peter actually meets Stan Lee in the real world and actually takes him swinging with him. Like, that was always such an amazing scene. Just like Peter, who at this point has been being shit on damn near non-stop throughout the series. Just one setback and crushing defeat after another. But he finally sees the guy who made him, for lack of a better term, and how he's touched so many people and everything like that. And it was a really great, really heartwarming scene there, and I'm glad that they actually put that into the finale. But I think the first time I ever heard him in any expanded long form way was the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game, second one, Enter Electro, where he was actually the narrator. I think he was a narrator in both, but I only had the second one. But hearing him narrate and the energy he brings to it, and the excitement and the passion, you can clearly tell he still has for this character and telling these stories, and the way you describe, and when you go into the character gallery, and even the suit gallery where you can see the different spider suits that you can unlock in the game, just how he describes them and talks about them, it's so intoxicating. It was this like I said, this passion, but also this warmth, like he was a friend just telling you about this great idea he had, and how awesome it is, and how cool it is, and how you should hear about it. It was a spot into understanding just what an amazing, cool, good guy Stan Lee was, and just I'm not gonna. It's one of the biggest disappointments in my life that I never had the chance to meet Steve Ditko or Stan Lee. Now I'm gonna get a chance. And of course there's all the cameos and all the Marvel movies that he's been in. Just everyone always looks forward to Stan Lee appearing in a Marvel movie in some capacity, and there's the theory that Stan himself was Uatu the Watcher. I don't know if that's ever been officially confirmed or denied, but it's what I always thought. I thought it was such a great idea that Stan would be the Watcher, because he's not just the Watcher, he's the creator. He made all of this. None of this would exist if not for him. And it's just... I'm not gonna edit this or anything. I'm leaving all this in. Just the way that, I don't know. When you say that the world is less bright because someone isn't in it anymore, this is definitely one of those times. I think there are plenty of people who are gonna act like it's almost like a family member died, even though you've never met this person. It's still it's a punch in the fucking gut when you realize he's gone, but it's also like he was super fucking old, so it was gonna happen eventually, but it's still, you know, yeah. I'm fucking rambling now. Stan is, we'll miss you. I don't think there's anything else to say. I don't think there's anything else to say, but Excelsior. See you at the crossroads, Stan.